Hey, this is Cameron. Welcome to the reaction log. Whoa. We got a special spicy one here for you, I think. I was gonna do another Charlie Puth video. And I know the Charlie Puth video is a Rick Beato video, technically. But I don't know. We just got this video of Rick just like actually outside. He's actually yelling at clouds now, guys. Look at that. And it has a title like this: Acoustic Guitar and the Death of Music Culture. And I don't think he meant it like this, but I do kind of agree with them. The death of music culture and the acoustic steel string guitar. Am I right, everybody? Nah, I'm just kidding. You guys know I'm kidding, right? So we're gonna resume all those regular reactions later, but for now, we're gonna watch this short little video from Rick outside, and we're just gonna hear what he has to say. How about that? Hey, short little reaction. I uploaded a video yesterday. It was a low effort one. This one's a little low effort too. All my videos are a little low effort, but we're gonna play it extra cool today, and we're just gonna kind of chill. Hey Rick, what do you got for us? Whoa, is that a butt? Guys, I see a butt. Look at that. They don't let me go anywhere, especially not here. Salzburg, Austria. Nope, not anymore.
In Salzburg, Austria.
Whoa. All right, what are we doing here, Rick?
I'm sitting in this park in Salzburg, Austria.
What are you gonna do, Rick? Why are you sitting in this park, Rick?
Tons of people walking in the park, riding bikes.
Yep, just filming them. Just filming them. It's one thing to film people in a park. It's another thing to be Rick Beato filming people in a park. Do you think these people know that, how many views has this video gotten? Do you think they know they've been seen 700,000 times by random people in the music community?
Riding bicycles, out for their afternoon activities. But one thing I don't see, even though we're in the birthplace of Mozart, is anyone sitting out here playing with an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a problem somehow, huh? You know what? Thank you, people of Salzburg, Austria, for not assaulting everyone with your singer-songwriter, steel string, acoustic guitar playing in a peaceful park. It's quiet. Listen to that ambient noise.
Is anyone sitting out?
Hear all that? It's just like silence. You hear the birds chirping, you hear slight little chatter from people far away. Now imagine faintly in the distance, you just hear,
Beautiful day today. Tons of people walking in the park.
That's because the people of Austria have respect, Rick, and there's nothing wrong with that. Why not people playing violin? It is the birthplace of Mozart, after all. Violin, maybe they brought a melodica.
To be fair, if I was in Atlanta now and I went to Piedmont Park or some other park, I would probably not see anyone sitting out with an acoustic guitar either.
It's just a very specific thing to notice and like think is kind of a problem and is leading to the death of music culture. Which, I don't know, Rick has lived a long life. I comment on that a lot. So he's seen a lot of different versions of people being in parks over many decades. Perhaps he'll go on about when he was younger, he would see people in parks all the time playing guitar.
This was something that I did regularly, and any of my friends that played guitar would do back when I was growing up in the 1970s.
Okay, well, there we go. Be the change you want to see, Rick. Shred some Alan Holdsworth and Joe Pass solos in the park.
I would walk from my parents' house to a park like Parrington Park.
From your parents' house to Parrington Park? Okay.
With my guitar in hand, up through town, Canal Path. Take my guitar out of the case, find a good spot on a hill, just like I am here, on a really cool hill.
It's a killer hill.
And play songs. A lot of times people would walk by, they'd come over, they would request songs, sit down, they would sing, we'd sing together.
And then the Vietnam War happened. I don't know, some event. Yeah, everything was perfect, and then Reagan was elected, right? What event led to the downfall of music? It was Reagan with his anti-drug campaigns, honestly. I think that's what did it. Music has sucked ever since then.
Someone else with an acoustic guitar would come over and sit down and join in.
And they play worse and louder, I bet, too. You know, I could bring some classical guitar perspective to this. First off, you'll hear people tell you this. I've had, like, comments. I remember I talked about this a long time ago. But someone was accusing me of, like, I bet when you go to parties, I don't go to parties. I don't get invited. You'll end up playing the guitar like for people. Like you'll play like your classical rep. And you should never do that because it should never be a free thing that you give because this is like your job and your work. Like it was something along those lines. And my response, of course, was like, well, no, first, I don't ever get to go to parties. But if I did, I would maybe play classical guitar. Because, like, of course, that's, like, my identity. But I don't know, I probably wouldn't, because there's a time and a place, right? But if I want to be the most persnickety classical guitarist, I'd be like, well, you shouldn't even play in a public space because it should be a charged performance, right? That was a stupid perspective, sorry. I don't know what the temperature is like in Leipzig and what kind of guitar you have if you care about it, but I would never bring my classical guitar outside. I just wouldn't. And the reason why is because I have this fear that's not based in anything, by the way, that when my guitar goes outside, it'll just crumble and disintegrate into nothing, and then I'll have no guitar to play on. Like the sun beating down on your French polish. Yeah, I'm good. And that's what I got for you. Those are my classical perspectives here.
At that time, many of the things that you heard on the radio...
Oof. I practiced for 2 hours this morning before filming. Look at my fingers. Oof. Oh yeah. I keep having this reoccurring dream that I rip this huge amount of skin off my pinky callus. It's always like that big. It's a very strange dream. Yeah, I'm picking at this now. Oh boy.
Songs that everyone knew had acoustic guitars in them. Not only did they have acoustic guitars, but they had lyrics that everyone knew, and they had harmonies.
Yeah, and look what we got now. We got freaking somber. You can't tell what the lyrics are in these new songs anymore because they're mumbling everything. You can't tell what they're even saying.
People were able to sing harmonies back then.
Yeah, not anymore. People don't sing harmonies anymore. I don't know, Rick. I feel like you're looking back on this with rose-tinted glasses a little bit. I think music education is probably the most widespread as it's ever been in the history of civilization now. And there's so many resources online and people online guiding you through those resources. So, I don't know, random people on the street used to be able to sing harmonies and now they can't. Like, I don't know. But again, you're older than me, so you lived it, you saw it, and if that's true, then fair enough.
Unlike the bands that I produced for years where... when it came time to do harmonies and songs, they would say things like, we don't know how to do harmonies. How do you know how to do harmonies? That's amazing. I'd be like, what?
That's because you're producing hard rock bands like Shinedown, you know? I'm sure they don't know how to do harmonies.
Could it be that there's very little acoustic guitar or songs that are played with acoustic guitars that are popular? Well, there's people like Ed Sheeran, Phoebe Bridgers, Zach Bryan.
Oh God, I'm already, see, look, I'm already doing it. Hey, leave a comment with your address and I'll send this to you. Oh God, I'm gonna regret doing this. All right, let's let them keep talking.
That can fill arenas and play their songs on acoustic guitar. People sing.
Hey, you left out Sore Hands. I play an acoustic guitar. You don't think I can fill an arena? I can fill an arena with the amount of skin I'm pulling off my fingertips. Are you guys seeing that? I'll take a picture of it just in case it's not coming out well. Yeah, those are some fingers right there.
I mean, Ed Sheeran could be out here sitting in this park playing guitar, but most of the people I see, not here, but in the States, they're wearing earbuds and they're looking at their phones.
Yeah, maybe they're listening to symphonies or something. I don't know. They're listening to some Bernstein recordings of some Mozart symphony.
Another thing is that most people don't know the same songs anymore because of algorithms. No two teenagers are living in the same universe. They literally could be sitting on benches next to each other with their earbuds on, and they're hearing completely different music. They're in their own worlds, essentially.
It's like, I don't know if I agree with the things that you're saying right now. There's definitely more media than there ever has been before, but there is popular media still. And also, if those teenagers ever socialize together, which I know, believe it or not, they do, I'm pretty sure, they will share the music they find, and they form friendships and stuff in which they share these things. I don't know, is this an argument against how easy it is to record music now, so there's like way more music that exists that's ever existed, and that's like a problem because nobody can share the same music tastes like exactly? That would be an issue if we never communicated with each other, but we do, so I don't know.
The phone is a mirror that they are looking into. It's who you are, but even more so.
Is marijuana like super legal in Leipzig or something? Or like psychedelics or something? I feel like he's having an epiphany right now.
There is no monoculture. No one knows the same songs anymore, which is part of the problem. That's why no one can sing along.
We need a canon in order for music society to function properly. Everyone needs to play the same music, the same way, with the same articulation, same phrasing, same everything. I agree. I'm on Rick's side. He sounds like a classical guitarist.
The only person that knows Ed Sheeran songs that I know is Ed Sheeran. He's the only person that could be out here playing his songs. Same with John Mayer. If John Mayer was sitting here, I mean, who can really play John Mayer songs? Some of them are so hard to play. You can't just sit down. It's not like John Denver. John Mayer and John Denver are in two different universes, you know? It's kind of like people don't really play Joni Mitchell songs because they don't know the tunings of them.
This is more of an issue with music education then. I think people just need to get better so they can play these other songs. In fact, you should just skip all that stuff entirely because that stuff's easy compared to a fugue, for example. So we just need to invest way more in music education. I agree.
It's been going on for a while. If you think of bands like Korn or Limp Bizkit or whoever, go back to any of the new metal bands. It's not like you're sitting out here playing 7-string acoustic guitar and drop A, and everybody is singing along to them. Do you know what could be played on acoustic guitar? I know people are going to be mad when I harp on it again. Good old Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Smashing Pumpkins, Stone Temple Pilots. Go back to the early 90s and you can play all those songs.
There we go. God, Rick, imagine being not a guitarist. Have you ever thought about that? Like, imagine if you played oboe or something. We're spoiled as guitarists. We get the advanced repertoire, we get the Bach and all that, and then we also get Nirvana. And not just Nirvana, but we sound good playing Nirvana, because that's how it's meant to be played. Try playing that on an oboe, you sound like a dork. It's not good. We might not be in the golden age anymore, but I mean, if you played like the euphonium or something, oh my god, I feel so bad for anybody who plays the euphonium. I'm sorry if you do, but you should take up bass guitar or whatever. I've seen that a lot. A lot of horn players will end up playing like bass guitar, like especially if they play like, I think euphonium is red and bass. I don't know. Bass clef, there we go. Yeah, because bass guitar is easy to play, and you already read bass clef. I've seen that before. You should do that.
When I started teaching guitar lessons in Atlanta before I was a producer, 94 to 99, I had an acoustic guitar. That's all I used to teach. And people came in and they wanted to learn the songs that were on the radio and the songs that were on MTV. And every one of them had a riff. Any of these songs, if they were rock songs, you could play them on acoustic guitar because they were all written on guitar. Many of them were written on acoustic guitar.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. Like, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. Music's music, man. You can transcribe stuff. Like, I literally just said that when you transcribe it for oboe, it's going to sound lame. Guitar is inherently a cool instrument, though. And you know, I get why you're afraid of these things being lost to time. But being lost to time is something I'm very comfortable and familiar with. So I'm not too worried about a John Denver song getting too old for people to play. Because it'll always be younger in the music that I play. So it'll be okay.
Any of your beginner guitarists, I could teach a drop D song, no problem. The riffs were not too hard that people couldn't play, and they were not too hard that people couldn't play and sing. Honestly, by the time you got to John Mayer, his songs were way too hard for people that they couldn't figure them out, and they couldn't figure out and play them.
Yeah, but people have gotten a lot better at guitar, too, I think. I don't know, whatever.
A lot of them are unplayable. That kind of started with Dave Matthews, too. A lot of his songs were very difficult for me to teach people. They couldn't play them. I could play them.
You know, this is a really interesting point Rick is bringing up. The value of beginner repertoire. Because that's something that, as a classical guitarist here on YouTube... Did I introduce myself? I am a classical guitarist here on YouTube. And what does it mean to be a classical guitarist? It means that beginner rep is oftentimes forgot about, like, unless you're teaching, of course, but for your own repertoire and for your own practice, you're pretty much exclusively working on stuff that's at your limit. At least I found that to be my experience. Even when I'm writing music, I'm still trying to write stuff that's like at the limit, you know? So I completely agree that beginner rep is very valuable. That's what most people are going to be playing anyways. Like, it's cool to try to break new ground with something impossible, but who's that really for? You know, basically no one. And that's why I love Soar Opus 60 so much. At least like the first couple pieces in it. Like what you hear in the intro of my videos, that's Soar Opus 60 #1. I can teach that all day. It's easy. Like, I wouldn't start with that with a student, honestly. Like, Rick's talking about starting with like actual songs. I feel like I would start with notes, and I say I feel like I've taught thousands of hours of guitar lessons in my day, and I got pretty good at taking a non-guitarist to like intermediate level, like over a couple of years or so. And I'd always start with sheet music and basically playing one note at a time. It allows you to just set up good habits and really hone in on technique, and then I find it's a much smoother process because then you're just adding little things as time goes on, and it never really feels like that hard. Like, I feel like when you're starting with songs as a beginner, like, the song itself is like summiting a mountain. You know, it just seems impossible. But starting with notes is just taking a step. Just take a step. Don't worry about the mountain. Don't look at it. Step, take another step. And it's just a much more like relaxing process. But yeah, beginner rep is important. I completely agree.
Now, when I started the video, I must say that I said that we're in the birthplace of Mozart, as if that's a reason you should break out an acoustic guitar. Most Mozart is difficult to play on acoustic guitar.
Just play the melody, bro. Just play the melody. It's fine.
And you should be at the park playing Mozart, or in Salzburg, people should be playing Mozart on acoustic guitar. But
yeah, people do that, Rick. You'd be surprised. It's called classical guitar, and we transcribe things like Mozart sometimes. So it's not that crazy. And honestly, if you saw that, if even one person was in this park playing the Soar Mozart variations, which I know is Soar, but it's based on Mozart, and that's like one of our most famous pieces, that would be like, music is alive and well, right? Someone's playing the Soar Mozart variations. If they're playing it well, playing it like really nicely, clean, nice phrasing, music's alive and well. We don't see that though. Hey, well, you know what? Rick has a schedule too, and he had to get a video out, and he's happens to be in Salzburg, I guess, so he's gonna film this in a park. That's the life, right? This is Rick's entire job right here. He filmed a video, minimal editing. I bet he filmed for like 15 minutes in total. 8-minute total video. 700,000 views. Probably got him like $2,500 for this video. Wowee, Rick. So I'm gonna do you one better. Music is dead. I'm gonna bring a little bit of music outside, and it's not gonna be Mozart. It's gonna be from our real favorite German. Is Mozart German or Austrian? Hold on. I'm sorry. Excuse me. What nationality is Mozart? Austrian? German? Mozart was neither German nor Austrian. He was Salzburgian, as in from Salzburg, Austria. No, he's Salzburgian. Okay, bro. Whatever. Hey, so I'm gonna go touch some grass and play some Bach. I'll see you in the next video.